Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome back to another on-the-road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Today, we will take a look at this Amana freestanding gas range. We will show you how to remove and replace your gas valve. To begin your repair, we must first access the back of the unit. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the gas. The tools needed for this repair is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver and an adjustable wrench. Now that we are at the back of the unit, we must first remove this bottom back panel. There are multiple number 2 Phillips screws around the perimeter that must be taken off. I do recommend saving the ones at the top for last. This will prevent it from sliding. Make sure you hold on to the panel when removing your last screw. At this point, slide out from the bottom, pull down, and set aside. Now that we have the back panel removed, we can clearly access our gas valve assembly. Now, one of the main reasons why you'd be replacing the gas valve is if the unit is not igniting at all. Sometimes you can get noises from a bad gas valve. One thing that I would check would be if this pin is pushed in or out. The pin needs to be in on this unit. If the pin is out, it can cause it to not allow it to go into a bake cycle because the cooktop will work, but the actual inside of the oven will not. Also, if you have a gas leak, this is a good opportunity to change this. If you need to tighten these fittings, it is all located on your gas valve. Now, the first thing I would do when replacing is use a permanent marker and make a line down exactly where it is on the valve. That way, whenever you are tightening it back up, you can make sure it is aligned properly. Next, we need to remove your fittings. Just use an adjustable wrench. Be very easy with these as the fitting likes to strip out on the actual gas lines very easily. Once the first one is removed, lift up to take it out of your actual valve. Do the same on the second one. Just lift up and remove it from your valve. Now, to remove your gas valve itself, there are 4 Phillips screws that are on the actual valve. Take these off. Hold on to your gas valve when removing the last one. Pull your gas valve out. Sometimes you may have to drop down and pull out because you do have your bake orifice attached directly to your valve. Now, to remove your Molexes, press in on the tab and lift up. Be very, very careful when doing so. Remove your gas valve and set it aside. When installing your new gas valve, make sure if you have marked the previous one that you line it up with the new gas valve and put lines on it the same exact way you had on here. Next, you will have to go in when installing it. We will install our Molexes. They have a colored mark on the top of it corresponding to the color on the valve. Move your gas valve at an angle so that the back orifice is going inside the burner tube. Once it's in, it will sit perfectly into place. Next, reinstall your screws. Now we will reinstall our lines. Lift up on the fitting, push down, and put it back inside the valve. I do highly recommend to do these by hand to start, because if you do them with a wrench to start, it's very, very easy for you to strip out the fitting. Do the same with the secondary line. Push it in. You may have to wiggle it so that this threads in properly. And while doing both of these, make sure you apply pressure going down on it so that it can fit properly. Tighten your nuts. And see where we put the black lines, we have transferred the lines over to the new one. Lines directly up. The same with this one, lines directly up. When you are tightening it, you will notice it'll be loose, but as soon as it hits that stopping point, you do not want to go any further. Maybe just a tad bit just to lock into place, and that's it. Do not over tighten these lines, as it can ruin the metal around it and cause leaks. Now we can reinstall the back panel. When reinstalling your bottom panel, make sure that your top lips go over the top of the top portion. Slide it into place. Reinstall your first screw. Hold on to the panel. Reinstall your second top screw. Reinstall the others around the perimeter. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.